Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for the 2020 RDS Sustainable Agriculture Awards. These awards are usually presented in front of a live audience in the RDS Concert Hall as part of the RDS Spring Agriculture Awards. However, the challenges presented by the past year mean that we're doing things a little differently today, and we're announcing the RDS Agriculture Awards online for the first time in the Society's 290-year history. We are delighted that we are now able to announce and celebrate the 2020 awards and use this opportunity to open the 2021 awards for entries. On behalf of the RDS and my colleagues on the judging panel, I want to thank all the applicants for taking the time to apply to the 2020 awards. It was an honour and a pleasure to see the quality and diversity of the award applicants through the judging process. The RDS has encouraged innovation and best practice in agriculture since its foundation in 1731. Today's awards are a continuation of this tradition with a renewed focus on sustainability as we tackle the climate change challenge over the next decade. I would like to hand over to one of my colleagues on the 2020 judging panel, Doreen Graham, to introduce the award categories and announce the winners.
Thank you, Mark. It's my pleasure to represent the judging panel here today. Of course, these have been extraordinary times, and I would like to commend my colleagues on the judging panel for their dedication over the past year in reviewing the applications and judging these awards. The process was delayed due to the impact of COVID-19 restrictions, so we are delighted to now be able to recognise the excellent applicants and celebrate the winners. Our first award category is Sustainable Rural Innovation. This award recognises individuals and organisations who have applied science and technology to help deliver the principles of climate-smart agriculture, such as greater efficiency, reduced waste and increased productivity. The Special Accommodation Award in this category goes to Biorefinery Glas. Let's find out a little bit more about their work now.
Biorefinery Glas is a small-scale biorefinery approach looking at the production of various products from grass. We separate grass into 4 fractions, a fraction which can be fed back to cows, which is a high fibre fraction, a protein concentrate which can be fed to monogastrics, a high value stream of fructooligosaccharides which can serve as a prebiotic, and a residual stream which can be used as a fertiliser or for the production of biogas.
This project is more sustainable because it's allowing us to utilise grass in better ways. At the moment, grass is really only utilised by cows, horses, sheep, and I suppose this is allowing us to come up with new food chains, new supplies for the grass and the crude protein that's coming from it.
So we can directly reduce the emissions in ruminants.
We found a 10% reduction on nitrogen excretion, 20% reduction in phosphorus excretion, an average of 15% reduction on methane excretion. 90%
of Irish agricultural land is in the form of grassland. We see the grass biorefinery approach as a highly replicable model for developing the Irish bioeconomy, something that can be transferred not only into the dairy sector but also into Ireland's beef sector.
We are the Biorefinery Glas project.
And we're runners-up in the RDS
Sustainable Rural Innovation Award.
The winner of the 2020 Sustainable Rural Innovation Award is the Cotter Crate.
So we grew up on the farm here in Abbeyfeale, County Limerick, sheep farming and giving the family a hand with dosing and doing all the jobs we need to do to the lambs. We invented the Cotter Crate about 5 years ago, and we did this because we found it incredibly difficult to administer vaccines and doses to lambs when they're young. We were doing it the traditional method, but the problems with this is that there's a very high labour requirement to do 2 or 3 things at one time to them. Lambs are jumping on top of each other, you miss doses, and it's just incredibly difficult because you're bent over all day and it's not particularly good for the back. The
Cotter Crate works where the lamb is brought onto the crate by the operator, and the operator will push the movable side towards the animal. The floor will then drop, holding the animal then under their own weight between the V-shaped walls. It allows the operator to administer all necessary treatments, and then when the operator is finished, he's able to release the animal down through the crate.
So with this crate, farmers are going to be able to become more productive and more profitable, and as a consequence, the crate facilitates reducing the number of days to slaughter. And through this, we're making farms more carbon efficient and reducing the carbon emissions coming from the sheep farming sector in Ireland. And when we scale the solution globally, we will be able to extend those benefits across the globe to all farmers. Startups like ourselves tend to go through 6 or 7 life and death moments every year, and some of them even every month. So winning awards like this RDS award mean a lot to us, because when we meet challenges that are particularly persistent and difficult to overcome, we think back to these awards and they give us the belief and confidence that we should chase this idea because it's worth chasing, and it would be beneficial for farmers all around the world if this invention is available to them. My name is Nick Cotter.
And I'm Jack.
And we're from Cotter Agritech, and we're the winners of the RDS Sustainable Rural Innovation Award.
Our next award category is Sustainable Rural Enterprise. This award recognises individuals and organisations who are making a significant contribution to the economic, environmental and social development of rural Ireland. The Special Commendation Award in this category goes to Castlecomer Discovery Park.
Castlecomer Discovery Park is a not-for-profit social enterprise, and our role is to create jobs, develop rural tourism and help regenerate the town of Castlecomer. If it was a normal commercial enterprise, a normal business person wouldn't probably ever have thought of putting an adventure park in the middle of Castlecomer. But actually, it has been a huge success and a testament to what community groups can do and can achieve. We have Ireland's longest zip wire. We have 2 high ropes courses. We have canoeing, kayaking, mountain biking, playgrounds. The impact has been huge, a very successful tourism enterprise. We create about 27 full-time equivalent employees here. A big impact, I suppose, has been the development of the town. In 2019, we had about 144,000 visitors. That really has a huge impact on the town, and as a result of that, you can see we have a new boutique hotel, the Avalon Hotel, which is a 35-bedroom hotel. We also have a very extensive education program here. We welcomed in 2019 11,500 students here. A big part of the activities that we do with them is linked to biodiversity education. We are Castlecomer Discovery Park, and we are absolutely thrilled to be runners-up in the RDS Sustainable Rural Enterprise Award.
The winner of the 2020 Sustainable Rural Enterprise Award is the Little Milk Company.
I got involved from the start. I was one of the 10 original farmers who got together and formed the Little Milk Company. I'm an organic dairy farmer. I produce milk for the Little Milk Company. I milk the cows once a day. It will be a very natural environment for the cows. They're out 10 months of the year, they're outside. They've got a lot of old pasture, a lot of hedgerows, a lot of flora and fauna on the farm. It's a way of farming while not harming the environment.
Little Milk Company started off more than 10 years ago. A group of organic dairy farmers decided they needed a product for their milk in order to have a more economic return on their milk. We are organic, which would be high in animal welfare. When the cheese has been made in Mogeely, one of the byproducts is whey, so we make a powder out of the whey, and it's useful to have a market for the byproduct. It makes it more sustainable, which enables our farmers to get a better price for their milk.
The Urban Co-op is a community grocery which was set up actually as a social experiment in 2013 here in Limerick. The little milk company we've had the privilege of knowing for quite a few years now. We recognised how wonderful the product was nutritionally. The taste was fantastic and we have supported them really since the beginning. So it's been wonderful to watch it grow.
We are the Little Milk Company and we are the winners of the RDS Sustainable Rural Enterprise Award.
Our final award category is Sustainable Farming. This award celebrates the efforts made by an individual or farm family who are sustainably developing their on-farm activities through entrepreneurship, new product development, marketing and improved efficiencies. The Special Commendation Award in this category goes to Mark Hurst of Featherfield Farm in County Kildare.
14 years ago, the insect population here was only 39. 16 years later, we're now at just over 600 different insect species. The biggest contributor to this was digging 2 lakes. When you add both aquatic environments as well as environmental aspects, your population explodes. Probably the most interesting part of this is that in the vegetables that we produce and all of the plant, we now have no need to look out for any of the vegetables because we get no pests. The insect population basically monitors that. When you bring back nature into a balance where everything is in abundance, everything is actually in abundance. On the subject of CO2, if we can go back to a non-chemical, non-fertilizer farming technique, we can replace all of the CO2 that we have emitted to the atmosphere in the last 70 years in the next 20 years. Most of the CO2 that we have expelled into our atmosphere has not come predominantly from coal, fossil fuels and oil. The biggest amount of CO2 that leaches into the atmosphere comes from the soil. At Featherfield Farm, one of the biggest gifts that we believe that we can offer is knowledge. Knowledge should be given freely and openly to people to allow them to improve their lives. I'm Mark Hurst from Featherfield Farm. We are the runners-up of the RDS Sustainable Farming Award.
The winners of the 2020 Sustainable Farming Award are Ben and Charlotte Colchester of Drumeen Farm in County Kilkenny.
The farm is very diverse on many different levels.
We keep 16 suckler cows and we have sheep, tillage as well. And then on top of that we keep bees, have 150 stocks of bees, so we sell honey, and we have 60 acres of broadleaf forestry and we sell firewood. We have very small fields on the farm, average about 6 acres, 7 acres. In total we have 15.8 kilometres of hedgerows. They provide good shelter, but also it's very important for the cattle and sheep to browse the hedges. They get different minerals from different plants. To define sustainability, I look at a good example, and that is nature. Nature is sustainable. What we've tried to achieve here is production and nature. To achieve this sustainability, I think a key part of it has been we've had 60 acres of the broadleaf forestry, which we use for grazing. We graze the undergrowth in it, and it's a system that's worked very well.
I think we've always put a lot of emphasis on people on the farm, and that to us gives meaning to something which could otherwise get a bit lean on meaning at times. Farming is something you do 365. And so you need a very broad spectrum of stimulus.
Our name is Ben and Charlotte Colchester from Drumeen Farm, and we are the winners of the Sustainable Farming Award.
Thank you, Doreen. I would like to congratulate all of our winners and thank them for welcoming us over recent weeks to see their work firsthand. It is important that we learn from these examples so that others can be inspired by their success. Thank you again to all who applied for the awards. We hope that you will enter again in future years, and I wish you the best of luck. Without our applicants, these awards would not be possible. So I would like to call on all those involved in the sustainable development of the sector to consider applying for the 2021 awards. The awards have been expanded for 2021 to include new categories for agri-startups and social impact. Details of the awards and how to apply are available now on the RDS website. The winners in each category will receive €2,000 prize money, an RDS silver medal and a certificate of merit. Runners-up will receive €1,000 and a certificate of merit. We are planning to announce the winners of the 2021 awards at an award ceremony in the autumn. A final thank you to all involved in the 2020 RDS Sustainable Agriculture Awards and to you for joining us today. For more information on the 2021 awards, please visit the RDS website and subscribe to the RDS social media channels for further updates.